Melidian released an album in 1989 called Lost in the Wild. This is the Rock and Roll Weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison. Came out on CBS Records, and the record did get lost in the wild, technically. I will get to that in a moment. And a lot of good songs on this album. Mr. Morrison did see Melidian play at least 3 or 4 times, and funniest thing was they were on a show at Lemoore playing with a couple of the local bands, and basically nobody was there to see them. And then they ended up playing in Staten Island, I think like 3 weeks or later or a month, and myself and 7 friends went to the show, and the band had like nobody there to see them, but they still played. It was very unbelievable. And then at Streets in New Rochelle, it's always is a good crowd, no matter who the artist is performing, but the place was crowded and the band was very much into it. And it was the only album that they did release called Lost in the Wild. It was out of print for a long time, but now it is available for digital downloads. It's on the YouTube streaming, so no complaints there. If you want to hear some cool 80s hair metal rhythms, themes, say rhythms, oh brother. The one video they had for the song was for a song called Ready to Rock. Then they had Living Under the Gun. That was another good one off the album. Fire Up the Heart is another one Mr. Morrison loved. Then they had an awesome ballad on there called Sleepless Nights. Hands Off, another great song. And that ended I believe that ended track that ended up side 1 technically if you in the cassette days. Then went to Lost in the Wild, Overheated, Top of the Rock, and then ended with a song called Broken Toys. The band, I believe, they are definitely a New York-based band. That is definitely true. I think they were from Rockland. I'm not sure if they were all from Rockland County. I believe the keyboard player was from there, but I'm not fully sure. If you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else out to subscribe, thank you very much for your continued love, honor, and support. It's greatly appreciated. If you'd like to make a small donation to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, kindly do so via Sean Morrison Enterprises via PayPal. Lost in the Wild from Melidian came out in 1989. It was the only album from Melidian. They never did a second album. Like I said, the album was Lost in the Wild because it's basically not many people remember the band or heard of them. Some did, some didn't. But then you had Ready to Rock on MTV, the Headbangers Ball. Apparently it was on Dial MTV once, if you remember Dial MTV, but they never got to release Sleepless Nights as a single. That would have been a major fucking hit. So give this album a listen from Melidian called Lost in the Wild. It came out in 1989 on CBS Records. Shame, shame, shame